Well, hello again, everyone. It is Wednesday afternoon. We are here with the close-in gardens and the new cornfield just behind that. We're going to try to get the tractor out here and break this up one more time just to see what the ground's doing. We got about 1,000,000 rocks to pick up, so I'm going to hit the big field, the new sweet corn field, one more time. We'll try to get those rocks picked up. So bear with us. I'll be back with the tractor a little while later, and then we're going to load up the side-by-side, go work on a new bed, maybe cut some limbs down. So we got a lot to do this afternoon. We'll be back with you in just a couple minutes. All right. Boy, it's nice to have a saw that actually cuts. That's a big, big, big change. I think I'll leave that big piece and get it with the tractor. Got a couple of other low-lying limbs over here, low-hanging limbs on the other side we'll work on later on, but just wanted to test it out. So far it looks like a real good chainsaw on a pole. Now it's time to get some potting soil. Head down to the pond, plant our crepe myrtles and volcano bushes. Well, this volcano bush you see here, got a little beat up getting it out of the pot. Some of these have very small roots, but they should do just fine once we get them in the ground. So we're going to head down to the pond and see if we can't make the new bed a reality. Get some plants in the ground. Get it in there and get a little water on it. All right, let's go plant. First of all, we're going to make sure we got good holes here. Just open them up a little bit so we don't have to contend with that as we're trying to get the plants in the ground. Get them cleaned out a little bit. Surprising how easy this was to dig in. Well, except for this one. Rock hard clay. Well, I didn't stage everything very well, did I? Got to get this dirt broken up a little bit. We'll put some water on it, make sure it breaks down a little more. But we'll put some potting soil around it. Make sure it has some sort of a chance to hold some moisture. Let's look at our crepe myrtles. Well, that one looks pretty puny, but it fits the hole awfully well, so this is where it's going. I want to make sure you try to get any air pockets out of there so they don't just rot the roots out completely. Right. Another crepe myrtle. That's a good one right there, but only need 2. Boy, that's a good looking bush. We may have to find a home for that other one just because it's such a good plant. It needs to be in the ground. That one fit just about A1 perfect. Oh man, I didn't put any potting soil on the bottom of it. Can't do that. Now, let's get the last part. Well, man, I need to find a place for this. Maybe we'll put one up front. Who knows? Let's get the volcano bush with what few roots it has. Get it in the ground. It's a stubborn root there. This dirt right here is not real good. Very heavy clay. Didn't break it up very well. But I think this potting soil should help that moisture stay around the plant and get it to grow. I'm kind of banking on that because I don't have a really other good option. This plant, nice green with a little bloom on it, is going to wilt and die overnight. It's going to be just crisp, just really crisp, and looks dead by tomorrow. But that's okay. The roots are going to have some water on them. As long as they're healthy through the winter with a little bit of moisture, we should be just fine. Let's go on and put a little water on these things so I don't forget it. Oh boy, I've got more crepe myrtles than I know what to do with here. I walked right by you. All right. Let's put the crepe myrtles back in some water. I surely don't have room for an additional 2. Well, it's actually 3. There's one more in there. And now, okay, we're going to put some Rulia behind everything. I think that's still a good idea, even if it's just a couple of pieces, because I only got about 4 stems. Let's see. And get a pea. Yeah, that's good soft dirt there. All right, that'll work. Maybe a little extra there. Uh-oh. Well. Got a call to make here. I guess I just made it. This piece really doesn't have a root on it, but I think we can start it. I'll trim that one down a little bit and try to get a leaf or a couple of buds in the ground. This one does have some roots. Problem's going to be getting this really tall plant to stand up long enough to survive the transition. Maybe if I get that leaf covered up, it'll sprout some roots too. Now this one. I'm going to stick that stem in there with nothing on it. It's not going to grow, I'm pretty sure, but it's free. And it's right here. Why not give it a shot? Okay. Let's get everything stuck back in here so we can see what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crepe myrtles. All right. I'll find a place to stick those in the ground, but not down here. Well, for better or for worse, we've got volcano, crepe myrtle, a volunteer pine, something that probably came up from that tree, crepe myrtle, volcano, and on the other side of it, the purple plant, Rulia, those nice purple leaves. The two that are on here right now are going to come off later tonight. There probably won't be any more on those. All right then, so we have gotten the ground tilled up for the new field cornfield. We've gotten the close by garden tilled up a third time. We have checked out our chainsaw on a pole, and it works fantastic. Boy, that's a game changer. And back here along this fence line are tree limbs that are hanging over. Several over there by the dam that when I'm riding the tractor, you know, I've got to lean down and push them up. And you never want to be doing that on a tractor. You just can't play that game. And I've done it way too long, so I'm going to get those trimmed off all the way down the property line. See you soon.